Man, everyone is in store for a great show tonight.
Come on.
Who's here with me?
This is Brandon Maggard, everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Anthony Wayne here.
Hey, that's Adam over there.
And we are the Other People Show.
How's everybody doing?
Good. We hope everyone's doing good.
Yeah, always.
Doing well.
Yeah.
And I will have to say, I don't want to, congratulate the guys before us too much because they'll get the big head.
Yeah, don't do that.
But they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they're having fun.
I think Brandon said he kept the radio on, didn't you?
Yeah, all the way from Big Stone. I listened in.
Those guys are having fun.
Yeah,
they're having
guys are good times listening in too.
So fun. Hey,
Very
what's
cool.
up, good times?
Good times. Thank you. So, we are the Other People Show. So please
Welcome.
go to our Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram, The Other People Show. Anthony,
That's
what
it.
about yourself?
Man, you can just find everything you want at awvibe.com, or you can probably get it at Brandon Maggard Music on Facebook.
That's right.
That's where everything's at.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun show.
Absolutely.
So how's everyone? How's your week been?
You want to start us, or?
I'll start off.
Yeah.
My week. I told last week it was a little bit hectic, a little bit chaotic. This week a little bit better. I'm a little bit happier this week.
Okay.
But I've got to the point where on Fridays I just can't eat any food. I'm not eating today. Last week I didn't eat.
It's because it's busy, right? You're busy.
It's busy.
You're
It's becoming
focused.
a habit.
Yeah.
And what do you eat on the go? I don't eat fast food.
Okay, so you're asking me personally what I eat on the
Or
go?
you and Brandon both, and the audience
okay,
members out there. Like, what do you eat? Pop-Tart, apple?
No.
I mean, orange?
I do a lot of bananas and a lot of peanuts in jars, like the Planters peanuts you can buy in like those 16-ounce jars. Plastic
You
jars
should have
with
brought
the lid.
some more food.
Yeah,
You're
I
slacking a
need to do that.
little bit,
I know I need
Anthony.
to do that with the movies. I did it one time, and it was like I set the bar so high with the mustard and biscuits.
See, I think that's it. I think that subconsciously, my mind is thinking, this will be the week that Anthony brings some kind of food in here.
Oh, so you're waiting on?
I've waited.
Okay.
He brought it in during Sling Blade.
Yeah, we did Sling Blade, and I brought in mustard and biscuits so we could try it.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah,
watching the
that's a
movie,
good
and
choice.
that's something they do during the movie. So we thought it might be fun to try it.
Yeah, so it
was a hit.
My over 1.5 thousand views on that little clip so far. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, I'll bring it back.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
So don't tempt my my stomach that way.
Okay, I keep letting you down. I'm so sorry.
Because I've given up the energy drink. That's gone.
Okay, good.
So today is, what is it, the 5th?
Don't know
The 4th, August 4th?
4th.
So as you see, I have bottles
It's
of
getting
water.
ready to be the 5th.
Bottles
Okay,
of water.
that's great.
Which I do love water anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then I've incorporated coffee back in. So I'd given up coffee, but now I'm back on coffee. No energy
Back
drinks.
on the sauce. Okay,
Yes.
well, that's a lateral move.
Yes.
Probably.
But you've got coffee right now, don't
I
you?
drink coffee all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably-
So how about you? How's your week been?
It's been great. Yeah, a lot of got to do some did some work, did some band stuff.
Right.
Got to hang out with Andy from Broken Sound today. Played a show with them earlier, and we recorded at the house a little bit. We did. He came in and we did a podcast at my house at my studio for him to do. That's coming up. I got to edit that.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. When's that supposed to be released? Do you know
No,
release date? No? Okay.
yeah, well, we talked about some things that are coming up for him, so I wanted to kind of let it coincide with some of that stuff. But we're doing some rehearsal. Him and I are going to start recording together and playing in various groups together. So it's
Very
gonna be
cool.
fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Brandon, what about you,
Yeah,
buddy?
What about yourself?
How was
My week's been great, man.
Yeah?
Just cruising through the week, the work week, and made it here at WLSD, so
Yeah.
I can't complain.
working, playing music?
Playing music, I get to play music. Me and Philip played Monday, so we got to actually play during the first of the week. We started off good, and
Heck yeah.
and had karaoke Thursday night and played tonight.
Played tonight, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you play solo this evening?
You played solo at
All
the
right.
Appalachian Mercantile and had a good time during Railroad Days Center in Appalachia. So
Very cool.
Now, I
What-
saw some video there, and they've got some good coffee down there.
Yeah.
I've had some coffee, and I had I think it was maybe a big chocolate chip cookie, or it might have been a blueberry muffin, I think,
Either one.
and delicious. So
yeah.
I highly recommend going down there. So you played there earlier today?
yeah, we played there. I mean, in correlation with Railroad Days. And
Right.
I had a
Oh
big
yeah, that's going on
turnout.
this weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
good. It was a good turnout.
As you know, Anthony and I don't know if you know, we're in a band together called Dos Novas. So
Right.
Steven actually played down the street at Black Bear.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got to get closer to that. But anyway, Yeah, so Stephen played down the road, so there's a lot of live music going on downtown Appalachia, you know. So
that's great.
That's a win for me.
Yeah.
So what's going on down there tomorrow night? Do you guys know? Do they have some live bands going on for tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night at Black Bear, they're having Josh Hill, who's a
Oh,
local
cool.
guy. If y'all know
Okay.
Josh.
All right.
What's up,
Appalachian
Josh Hill?
Mercantile has Trevor Mead.
All right. What's
Okay.
up, Trevor?
And on the main stage at Railroad Days, I think it's Club Rewind.
Okay.
And
Very
then,
cool.
Fleetwood Mac tribute band.
Nice.
I can't remember.
Rumors.
Landslide.
Oh, Landslide.
Okay.
It's not. I think Rumors is like
Yeah.
the big national
Yeah.
touring.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for right on Appalachia.
There's
Let's
a lot
do
of cool
that.
stuff going on
Yeah,
down
that
going
sounds
down
like a
there.
blast.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what was the strain? Was there? You said karaoke was going on. When was that? Was
Yeah,
that this
was
week?
Thursday night. You know, on the side, kind of do karaoke sometimes, so that's always fun and
So
interesting.
you do it yourself?
Yeah,
Side
this was
hustle.
with coalition with CTM Entertainment. So
Yeah.
that's Josh Hill as well.
Okay.
And I do it by myself as well sometimes.
What's
too.
the craziest song that you've done on karaoke? And then we'll go to you, Anthony.
Man.
Oh, like personally that we've
Myself?
done? Oh
Yes.
gosh.
Gin and Juice, probably.
Okay.
I like doing Gin and Juice.
Gin and juice. Okay.
And Angel from Montgomery.
Okay.
So
I
it's off
I
the
do
wall
not
stuff.
I do not do I've been known to do karaoke once or twice, but it may have been back in the days of drink, and I don't do that anymore.
Right.
So I think I've done that I can remember. I think I did Gambler,
Okay.
and I tried. I remember attempting a Blind Melon tune, and I was like, I'm terrible.
Okay.
Like, I can't sing this, but I knew I was over my head. You know, that's been years ago. But what about you?
Don't worry, be happy,
All right.
or Wild Thing. That was probably no. I did a Spice Girls song one time, Wannabe, and when I did that karaoke, this is the honest truth. Every time that I've done karaoke, I've placed. Every time.
Really?
Yes. My entire life, I placed.
Maybe we need to go do karaoke
Yeah,
sometime.
it's-
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
come on
Brent.
down. We're going to
Yeah.
be doing it August 18th at Good Times.
Okay.
All
August
right,
18th.
everybody. August
18th.
18th. We're gonna do it.
All
right.
Big
Oh
time.
my gosh, I'm already
I'll
nervous.
definitely do that. Definitely.
I'm gonna have to just hold a guitar so I don't feel so like.
Just like I used to do when
Naked.
Jake and I used to
Open.
get up there and
Like-
play.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so
it's-
vulnerable not
Oh
having a
man, it's
guitar.
scary. Karaoke's
Yeah.
absolutely frightening.
It is. Just like
Yeah.
my stand-up I was telling you about last week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we still need to get a copy of that so we can.
There's one copy.
Well,
and
it needs to.
It's on the. We were talking about technology a little bit earlier, VHS, but it's on a little like a.
A mini disc or
It's not a mini disc, but it's like a mini.
SD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's only 3 people. I did live stream it when it occurred, on back in the day.
So it's out there.
Well, for like 12
Well,
people that saw.
Well, I still think that if we can get that, I would love.
Oh,
to
you
watch
might have
that.
to co-host. You might have to host that show without a co-host that night.
Adam cannot be here today because we're going to talk about his stand-up all day.
It's awful.
The whole hour.
It's awful. I had a joke about pot brownies.
Oh,
It was
well,
just, ugh.
now I got to see it.
It was awful. I did look cool though.
What were you wearing a satin jacket with a scorpion on the back?
I not that cool. I didn't look
okay.
that cool. I did have a Star Lord looking jacket,
All right.
but it was before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So I thought style over substance.
Okay,
Not
fair
good
enough,
when
yeah.
comedy. Not
Fashion
good.
over function.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Exactly. So I've got a couple of interesting things that I wanted to talk about since we
Let's
have
do it.
Brandon in studio. What about one of the first songs that you remember listening to that had an impact on your life? I know this was a last minute,
Yeah, that's okay. I love on the spot. Brandon,
yeah.
you want to go?
Ooh, I don't know. I might want to hear Anthony's answer.
Well, I
first.
think we had vinyl a lot in the house, and I didn't really want to be like physically play instruments. I probably dabbled, but at the time I was a little more into like drawing and writing. But I
Right.
remember going through the vinyl and the covers of the Grease soundtrack and 38 Special Tour de Force, that album,
Okay.
were very attractive to me. So I always played those two albums, and I got to know them over time. And so when I hear them, I don't hear Grease so much, but like you hear 38 Special all the time.
Right.
So when I hear like 20th Century Girl and a few of those songs off that album, that always kind of brings back a really fond memory for me.
Okay.
Kinda going through I guess it was my parents' vinyl. I don't know
Okay.
who was in charge of the
I didn't
vinyl.
expect the Grease.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's a little bit of Grease.
Here we go.
So why the Grease soundtrack?
I think it was just a.
It just happened to be there.
It was just my parents were it was popular at the time.
Right. You wanna sing a little Grease tonight?
Let's do it. Live karaoke. I don't know if I know that one though. I don't think I know that one. I could do. No, I don't. I do remember that, but I don't. Oh, okay. I do.
You can do John Travolta's part, that's for sure.
They're multiplying. I do remember the. We go together like Shama. You know that one,
Right.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen Grease.
Ah,
I've never seen Grease.
how crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen scenes of Grease, but
It's
have
good.
I seen
It's a
Grease?
solid film.
No, I haven't seen it.
I enjoyed it.
What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, songs.
I'm still I think when you're growing up, you always hear songs.
Right.
But the thing that kind of changed my perspective on music was actually Donovan, Hurdy-Gurdy Man.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
And so like it was that psychedelic stuff, and it was like so cool at that point, and just
Yeah.
getting to hear that different weird vibe that it brought about was so cool.
Right. So that was like from a young age?
Was that vinyl?
That was really no. It was just
on the radio?
It was
or-
on the radio.
Okay.
And no, it's cassette actually.
Okay.
I bought a cassette with it on there. Just mellow,
Like a star in my vastly wide open my eyes to take a peek, to find that I was by
That's
the
wild.
sea.
Very Bowie-ish a little bit. Maybe, What year is that? Does it say?
I used to know.
Probably 70.
67?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't see right here.
I was
It
thinking
also
like 70 or
seems like
71.
something that would be in a Wes Anderson movie.
Fair enough, yeah.
And it's got the sitar and
Doing like
stuff
some of
in
the
it,
montage scenes or something.
Oh, what a cool tune. I forgot about this one.
Yeah, my tune's not
68.
not as
68.
cool now, so I don't know.
And it was actually on the Hurdy-Gurdy Man album. Reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Oh wow.
Number 4 UK.
That was a good one. That was
Yeah,
a
it's
good
great. Now I want to go back and get some late 60s Donovan. See what
Yeah.
Oh,
we're-
yeah.
That's cool.
So I had I listened to, and I think
Wow.
I've mentioned this one time before, but Michael Jackson PYT,
Oh, man.
and I had heard it originally on vinyl when I was a little kid. So whenever the I don't know why, I still to this day, but whenever they kind of sound like chipmunks in the song, it used
Yeah.
to scare me as a kid. I
Is
have no
this, is this Off the Wall or is it Thriller?
Thriller.
Okay.
So yeah, this was an early one, which still is a
Oh,
classic. Every
yeah.
song on this
still
album.
still holds up.
Yeah.
It's Quincy,
Yep. Is Thriller, you think, Michael Jackson's best album?
I don't know. After Thriller, he just released a bunch, and they were all. This is great. Come on, MJ.
Yeah, my friend Jake, he actually got to see Michael Jackson perform,
Whoa.
but just one time. It was at the benefit for the 9/11 thing. Like a lot of people are on there, and he got to see. I think he performed a couple of songs, and I was like, "That's really cool."
Yeah, that's.
That
wow.
was really cool. But yeah, those that was just some things I was thinking about as far as musical things go. And what about your first? I think we've touched on this before, but what about your first concert, Brandon? Can you remember one of the first concerts?
The first concert that really sticks out to me was actually right here.
Okay.
In this building in Park Avenue Theater. It was Virginia Kentucky Opry at that point. And it was actually Goose Creek Symphony.
Goose
Wow.
Creek.
And that has still been my favorite band since. So I still jam out to Goose Creek quite often.
Yeah.
Now, what's really
I've got some of their music. Yeah.
well, we used to do,
But I wasn't raised in this area, so they were like, I didn't know about them like you know
Right,
about
yeah.
them. They were somebody that I kind of discovered way late after they had already called it,
So
But I do enjoy.
So you didn't know them until later on?
No, I was late on that bus. I was not.
We used to.
But I do enjoy them for sure.
I mainly know "I'm Going Home" is the song that I
Yeah.
know the most. But the reason I really know that is when we first did the first incarnation of the radio show. Back in the day, it was called the Midnight Mutants Radio Show. We did it on
Right.
Saturday, and the lead in to us, his last song was the Goose Creek
Oh, fun.
Symphony. "I'm Going Home."
So that's how you knew it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Kinda
he would
like- yeah.
play the entire thing as we were walking through the door.
That's cool.
So we would always go on like at 10 after 11 after we would hear that song.
Well, somebody's going to have a show that they're going to talk about you doing LCD sound system. You know, that we know that song from the beginning of your show.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird because when I hear like I'll have to bring in I'll bring in some old some old segments and stuff from the old show.
Yeah.
But I've got a lot of like openings to the show with the Kill Bill. It's the Kill Bill theme. But when I hear it now, I always hear, because I've inserted, clips of Pee Wee Herman or Al
Right.
Bundy or just different
Yeah.
drops throughout. So now when I hear that, I'm like, okay, here's where that goes. Here's where that goes. When in reality, it's just a
Yeah.
normal song.
R.I.P. Paul Rubens, y'all.
Yeah, that was
That was
something. It was tough. Let's segue into that. I had it written down on some
Sure.
notes here, and well, before we get into that, we didn't get into your one of your first concerts.
Oh, my very first. I want to say that my parents had told me that as a not newborn, but very recently born to the world, they went and saw it was a folk festival.
Okay.
And Jerry Garcia band was there, so I like to say that I saw that Jerry Garcia was my first show. But
That's pretty
my
cool.
actual first show was the Pixies. I went and saw the Pixies when I was very young, probably
Okay.
in ninth grade, I think,
Where did you see the Pixies at?
in Knoxville. I talked my parents into dropping me off at the Thompson or whatever big.
Yeah.
venue. Is it Thompson Bowling? Is that the big
Thompson
venue?
Bowling.
Yeah,
I think so.
I was just like, I probably whined and begged, and I was just like, Pixies. It was Pixies and Bark Market. And they were I still listened to both.
And how old were you?
Ninth grade.
And they just dropped
10th
you
grade.
off. But
Yeah.
Did you go by yourself? Or met friends there?
I think I had a friend with me. I don't recall that, but I do remember just saying, "You guys can drop me off," and I think they just drove around town probably, but they probably were just in the parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, that's funny. But yeah, we had a death this past week that I would say I couldn't name anybody that wouldn't know who Pee Wee
Sure.
Herman is. Would you think so?
No,
Like,
I
not
think he's
really.
Very, very pop culture-ish. I think everybody knew him.
Yeah, I think so too. So it was always it's sad when somebody that
Sure.
in the art, well, people, but when someone in the arts
Yeah,
that collectively
especially
a lot of people know, it's always kind of sad.
Especially if you grew up with him.
Yeah,
Like
but
he was
also
part of
it
your-
was very interesting that he kept his
He
diagnosis of cancer
Sure did.
hidden.
And then he apologized for not being open about it, but I respect it. It's,
Yeah, yeah. But I did find, and I have seen, he did some cameos, and some of his cameos he's done over the last 6 years. And even when I watched a couple of those, like wishing people a happy birthday,
Mm-hmm.
you could actually tell that he seemed very genuine and heartfelt, giving these people, they pay for the cameos,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
giving them actually, worth bang for their buck,
Yeah.
basically.
Not cameos in movies, but cameos where you can go on the website
Right,
and they
right.
can sing you happy birthday. Or
Yeah.
Like you can pay for that and send it to your best friend who loves
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman or whatever.
So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And before COVID, I had purchased. I was living up in DC, and I had purchased. He was doing the 30. I think it was the 30th anniversary of Pee Wee's Big Adventure. So he was going around to.
He was touring that?
Yeah.
Cool.
And
And,
he was,
it was
you know-
like, was he doing it live? Like some of the show live with
Yeah.
some of the characters? Oh,
Yeah,
come
and then
on.
he was doing a Q&A afterwards and stuff like that. So he was playing at Dar Constitution
great.
Hall up in DC, which I had purchased tickets. Then COVID hit, and all the shows got canceled. We didn't get rescheduled.
Ah.
But I was
That would've been
really
cool.
yeah, because I'd purchased the meet and greet.
Oh,
I purchased the meet and
man.
great because I'm
That
like,
would've
how
been-
many times am I going to get a chance to actually
Yeah.
get to
Talk to a chair.
yeah, Cherry?
Cherry. How?
Never.
I'll never get that chance again to talk to a chair.
I do have a little replica of Cherry from the original.
really?
I do. I have Pee Wee and Cherry, but the
I know exactly what they look like. I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
because Cherry's about this
Yeah,
tall and
yeah.
Pee Wee's
How
about.
fun.
But and you can put your hand in the back of Cherry's
And
mouth,
operate his mouth, yeah.
and his eyes go from side to side. But my Pee Wee doll, there's a string on the back, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk anymore.
Yeah, you
He
wore it
just
out.
goes ha ha ha.
Hey, we've got Brandon Maggard here.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to. Let's hear some. Speaking of some tunes in our first shows, let's hear some tunes.
All right, yeah. I'll tell you one that I start off everything with this. This is one that my papa wrote about Mamaw, and so you know this tune.
Yeah.
This is called Money Craving Woman. So, and Mamaw did not like this song. a bit. wake up every morning 3:45. She got my dinner bucket and my suitcase by the door, 'cause she's a money craving woman. She craving it all the time. Lord, she's a money craving woman. She spends my every dime. I saved up all my money now, I bought a Cadillac. But Lord, that woman saw it, she made me take it back. And she's a money craving woman. She craving it all the time. Well, she's a money craving woman. She spends my every dime. Now yonder lays $1. That's all I gotta live. You want it more, honey, gotta make it yourself. 'Cause you're a money craving woman. You're craving it all the time. Lord, you're a money craving woman. You better get a rich man next time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the one.
It is. Is that a previously released song?
Well, it hasn't been yet, because Mama disliked it so much that he never got to record it. So
Right.
I'll put it out at some point.
Yeah,
I like
heck
it.
yeah.
So that was kind of an exclusive here on the show.
Yeah, well, I mean, I played it out a lot, but yeah, on the radio, I think that might be. I can't remember
Very
if I've done it on
cool.
the radio before.
Somebody's copying this right now with a cassette, like on a little jam box, like we used to do. Stop recording our music. But you talked about, we talked earlier that you have been working on a record for some time.
Yeah, it's
And-
definitely in the works, and
So maybe this year, maybe next year, first part of next
yeah,
year.
we're hoping probably into this year, first of next year.
Man, that'd be great.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
It's
I've been seeing you for a minute, and I do love all those songs. So I would love to have like a collection of all those tunes together.
oh, thank you.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
definitely.
songwriter, a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I was watching a little bit of your performance. I've scrolled through the Facebook and seen some stuff, and I'd heard of you beforehand, but we had never actually met. So I'm
Oh,
glad that
yeah.
you were able to come in and share that with us.
Good to meet you.
Yeah. So so what do you have coming up on your plate as far as performing goes? You've got the gigs this weekend.
Yeah, I've got one gig this weekend, August 11th. It's actually a benefit in Pennington Gap.
Yeah, it's for Haley Poor.
Yeah.
That's a cruising benefit from 4 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the backup there.
Yeah, I got you.
I
I
went
got you.
blank for a second, but
I got you.
yeah, we've got a lot going on in August. I mean,
Yeah, he's I'll just share this about Brandon. I know a few things, but he's playing a vibe, and he also is incredibly integral to the front of house sound for all the stages. And I don't know that I would ever be able to do it without him. And he's been there since the jump. So I think you've been to every one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
Yep.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Whenever I talk about, I think I've mentioned the team, the Vibe team.
Right.
He's definitely on that team.
That's very cool,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to. I'm going to take some time off from the side hustles and go enjoy some music.
Yeah. Yeah, we would
Definitely.
love, and we talked about somehow getting live recording so we can do some interviews
Yeah.
on site
Yep.
during the festival. We'll
Yeah.
figure out how that works.
That's going to be a lot of fun
yeah.
too.
And that's going to be at Good Times, is where that's going to be.
And Good Times is a really cool place. They've got like a nice little bar area back there. They've got some pool
great.
tables.
Yeah.
They've got like a great. The sound's great in there. The
Yeah.
acoustics are wonderful, and there's not really a bad seat in the house.
No.
And they have great food down there.
Sounds usually great because between Brandon and Brian, one of the owners, they got it nailed down. So
Right.
Yeah, the sound, like I think I did my last solo show, I was just blown away. Like it's the best I'd ever heard myself sound, and it's tough listening to yourself, But I was just like, Brian, that was actually really good. Like I could hear everything. That was great.
Now, we talked a little bit about this last week, so I was going to ask you, has there ever been a time when you've had to overcome any kind of
yeah.
a stage fright or fear of performing? Or did it always come pretty
No,
natural
it
for
was-
you?
It took a while to overcome that for me, because I started late, kind of mostly later in life. Not in mid-20s I started playing.
Okay.
So I come from a background of a lot of musicians and recording engineers and stuff, and so it was so frightening getting out and playing in front of people, because I felt like that I wasn't going to be good enough to reflect the past generations.
Right.
You know, and so it was a very frightening thing. I still sometimes, certain situations, I still get totally nervous. Usually, it's funny. It's like I'm a songwriter, so you want people to hear your lyrics and stuff. And so sometimes when you get used to being background noise at a bar or like something like that, you get used to playing in that little pocket area that nobody's paying attention to you. They hear some stuff and they clap.
Right.
A percentage of people
Yeah,
are
I played
listening.
a few shows the last little bit. That's just, it's every songwriter's dream that they would listen to you. And as it progressively goes on, it's like, they're listening to me. Oh
Like
my
you're
gosh.
the complete focal
Yeah.
point of everyone.
Yeah,
That's
it starts
awesome.
getting kind of nerve-wracking because it's like, I don't want to mess this up. They're my songs. I still don't want to mess them up,
Right.
you know, because I want them to hear every word that I've wrote because, you know, I take pride in what I've wrote. And,
Sure.
You know, so when people's actually paying attention, sometimes I still get a little bit of that stage fright.
Right.
It's like, it's cool. And I kind of like the nerves, you know, because it kind of gets you going
Yeah,
adrenaline-wise.
I think being without a net a little bit, you know, in performance, it kind of makes you really go for it.
Yeah.
And like take a chance or two. you
Because
know.
we do the show basically without a net for the most part.
Yeah,
And
sure.
Have you ever felt coming on the show or any show that you've been on any kind of nerves or, you know, I'm getting ready to go on live radio or do a live podcast?
Yeah,
or this
yeah.
or
I
that?
think. I think I'm always generally a percentage nervous
Okay.
every time I
Right.
play.
Even yet, what about when you come on this show?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's a little bit different. It's a
Right.
different type of nerve. Obviously, you know, I don't want to, you know, mess up, you know, our ratings or like all of our funding that we
They
get
listen
from,
for you, man. I just run the controls.
You know, I don't want to mess up anything. So yeah, like I feel like that we are without a net, but I also don't want to, you know. So there is a little bit of nerves. But
Right.
I think like Brandon said, I'm kind of okay with it. Like I figured out how to operate in
Like
that.
navigate
in that.
through
Yeah.
that.
I know it's going to be there. It's like my little friend, and I'm just gonna try and get on through it with my little friend with me, my little anxious friend.
Well, there's been a lot of people that in the past they've kind of feared, you know, being in front of the camera or on the radio, and I'm like, it's really just like you're just talking to a couple of friends on here. That's
Yeah.
really all, you know, the format of this show anyway.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very inviting atmosphere, as are some of these great venues that you guys are playing in.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you said the Appalachian Mercantile, that I've not seen you know, a performance down there, but I know the atmosphere is really cool.
Appalachian Mercantile, Black Bear Barbecue, and then obviously Good Times. That's who we talked about, and they're
Right.
all great people.
Yeah.
Great places.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Appalachian Mercantile said actually back last summer that we could do you know, do some live shows from down there.
We need to do that.
So I definitely want to.
That would be a lot of fun.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Let's
I think
take all
that'll-
this gear,
and let's
all the
just, you know,
TVs. I want this
I'm gonna
desk.
we're going to take. We'll have
want-
Brandon carry this.
Yeah, we're
this
gonna need
behind.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's analog there. You know
Yeah,
that's heavy.
we're gonna need that. Yeah, it probably weighs like some of
Nothing
those amps
digital.
we've got.
So you want to do another song for us tonight?
Yeah, I'll do one. This is one that I wrote about Big Stone Gap.
Okay.
And it's actually the one song that I've got released to download, and you can stream it on Spotify and all them places that you stream music, iTunes, wherever.
Yeah, this is Brandon Maggard.
And so when I started writing this song was years ago. I moved away for a little bit, and so when I first started writing, it was in a negative aspect about the direction, and so I just put it on the back burner. And so we moved back, and things have changed, and town's been so awesome, and it's like such a cool place to live that it was like I brought this back and rewrote it in a more positive aspect. So this is 7 Red Lights. Riding downtown, I got my windows down, scat through leaves in this empty town. Gentle breeze and memories, Lord, they blow on by. Won't they blow, blow, Lord, blow on by. 7 red lights in this small town, never done nothing but slow me down. Never knew I was in such a rush for anyway. But the world out there just moves so fast that I just stay. And I just stay. A simple young man from a simple old town. Simple loves bring simple down. A simple mind can be such a complex thing. When your heart's right here, but your mind's 1,000 miles away. Sitting right here and it's a red light glow, wondering why the hell I just won't roll. Ain't another headlight for a country mile. 7 red lights in this small town, never done nothing but slow me down. Never knew I was in such a rush for anyway. But the world out there just seems so strange that I just stayed, and I just stayed. When I was a kid, Lord, I dreamed my dream. Wanna be a big man on that big city scene. Now I do simple labor in a small town job. But it's good to me, and my soul, it ain't been robbed. 7 red lights in this small town, never done nothing but slow me down. Never knew I was in such a rush for anyway. But the world out there just moves so fast that I just stayed, and I just stayed. I get older and this town grows smaller. The red lights change, but the week gets longer. Patience earned, lessons learned. This town's been good more than I deserve. And the cross still shining high up on the hill. Don't know about you, but I hope it always will. Just remind me of all these days gone by. And all this time just sitting here wondering why. 7 red lights in this small town, never done nothing but slow me down. Never knew I'd ever want to leave here anyway. 'Cause these people here, they're good to me. So I just stay, and I just stay, and I just stay.
Man,
Thank you.
wow.
Brandon Maggard right here on
That's so
WLSD. Yes, thank you. Well, so where did you happen to move off to?
We initially moved to Bristol and then off to Knoxville.
Okay.
And so I worked in the mines, and so after the mines kind of went under, I left that, and we seeked work and moved to Knoxville. And then we had big plans of just staying down there because we lived in Sono, Knoxville, and loved it. But, we ended up having Bristol, our youngest daughter,
Right.
and moved back to be closer to family. And, it's one of the things that initially you're like, I don't want to move back. But now, man, I wouldn't replace this experience for nothing because
Yeah, agreed.
we have an awesome community and
Yeah.
so many friends and just little things like walking in and knowing people at Food City and talking for 2.5 hours. I missed that.
Yeah. That communal feeling.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I missed it a lot.
And I think that's something that all three of us can agree. We've moved away. We have that in common, and we've come back.
Yep.
And we've been able to. I know me personally. I for the longest time I didn't know if I could chase my dreams in a smaller place.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm realizing, obviously,
Yeah,
with technology and
technology,
everything
yep.
was possible.
Yep.
But yeah, we've all three went away for a while and
Sure.
and came back, and with great success and more success to be held.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And joining forces.
Yeah.
Like the community. Yeah, like Brandon said, the community just really pulling together like it, unlike it has before. And I don't know how or why.
I don't know.
Just-
It's one of the things that's not competition based. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of competition, but
It's healthy.
people come into places like if they're having a band and they don't really like it at good times, they'll say, "Hey, so and so's playing at Kirkland's or
Right down the
Yeah.
street.
some
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Cherry or Moondogs is hosting music, Four Seasons." So it's not it's not competition. Nobody's gonna get slapped in the face.
Yeah.
Offended by saying I don't really like this music tonight, it's loud or something. They'll recommend something else to go to instead of saying don't leave town, go somewhere
Yeah.
else in town. So everybody's thriving together.
And that there's so many, varieties, like you said, just go walk down the street. I mean, it didn't seem like it was like that 10 years ago, did it?
It really wasn't.
No, and I mean, at any given time, you got 5 different places hosting music. I mean, it's
Yeah,
really
that's so
cool to
wild.
see. And it's really even cooler for me to see people come from the Tri-Cities and other areas to Big Stone. I want to come play in Big Stone because I remember when I was first starting out, I was like, I want to go to Bristol and play on State Street.
And then now you're hearing just the opposite.
Yeah, we got artists that are traditionally on State Street and over there are coming over here and love the vibe and want to come back. You know?
Like tonight, Broken Sound, they're from Asheville.
Okay.
They came up to Asheville to play.
Very
they came
cool.
up from Asheville to play.
Very
tonight.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, this place is attracting quite the crowd, and like you said, there's room for everyone.
Yeah. There's room. Yeah, it's a big table. There's a seat for everybody.
Now, speaking of big table, tell us a little bit more about what's going on with the festival that's coming up. You want to dive into that a little bit?
I would love to. We'll talk about Brandon's playing it. So Brandon's going to be there. Das Novus is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
We're slowly announcing some of the artists that are going to be there. That's kind of a big reveal. We're going to get there.
Right.
I'm still working on, I want to celebrate all the businesses local that helped us last year. I'm still in that frame, that mind frame. But we did get we got sidetracked with, not in a bad way, but like Steven's Kickstarter. Stephen Murray Music, he had his Kickstarter, so I wanted to celebrate that. And then,
well, it's been pretty successful.
Yeah, so far I think he's well over like 30-some% or something.
Yeah, so at least probably half, or 30-some%.
Yeah, 30-some%, something like that.
So yeah, it's going up.
32%.
I noticed the first day was a really successful day.
He's having a good time with it, and there's videos, and he's been adding some new perks. So everybody, please check that out.
One of the first perks was the digital download.
The digital download, yeah.
It's only $12.
Yeah.
Only $12. So
yeah,
really
that's
cool.
it. Yeah,
so I'm definitely going to do that because you
got to. Yeah.
I mean, $12 you can do that to support somebody local.
Yeah.
I think he has good music as well.
He's great. Yeah,
he showed last week and he's a cool guy. So
yeah, so that's what we're doing on the Vibe page now. But the festival is August 25th and 26th, and that's in Big Stone Gap, Virginia, right there in front of Good Times. We have the indoor stage for Good Times inside, and then there's an outdoor stage that like we did last year, we'll block off the street there and have the beer garden and that kind of thing. But we're working to add our 3rd and 4th venue as well this year.
That's so cool.
May have some late night spots. We're still trying to get the final word on that, but if we have a late night show, that would be pretty cool. But, so Brandon's playing, Steven's playing. If you go to the Vibe Fest on Facebook, a Vibe Fest. And I think
keep up with that.
Keep up with it there.
Follow
but
through there.
Something cool, we're not the only festival. I don't know if you know this, Adam.
I don't know.
Brandon, I don't know if you know this. We're not the only festival in Big Stone Gap.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
There's one called Blue Highway Fest. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yes, I have.
That's happening in October. But
okay.
With Blue Highway, in conjunction with the town of Big Stone Gap and KEDME and the tourism department and Good Times, they've thrown together a big raffle. So if you go down to Good Times, I think they're selling them at Black Bear as well. They're selling tickets anyhow. And we'll go ahead and post on the Other People page.
Okay.
Where you can get tickets, but I know primarily at Good Times currently, and I know that they mentioned Black Bear Barbecue in Appalachia. But it's a raffle, and for $5 you get 1 ticket, and I think for $20 you get 5.
Okay.
And then the prizes are you get swag bag, a Blue Highway Fest swag bag. So I'm sure that's going to have something cool in it. I don't want to remark on what it might be. 2 VIP.
Wow. Okay.
Or 4 VIP tickets to the Blue Highway. Yeah.
That's some good raffle.
$800 value.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's like
because that's for the whole weekend, isn't it?
It's actually 4 days now, I think.
Is it?
So
is it really?
Okay.
Thursday.
So
Thursday. It starts on Wednesday.
That's amazing.
So, wow.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, like I was when they told me that that had kind of all kind of went down. I was just very humbled. That Blue Highway wants to invest in a Vibe.
Yeah.
And all the people, everybody facilitated that for it to happen. And that money just goes back into the Vibe Fest to help pay for the artists and the funding of it. Yeah.
That's so cool. And you were down there last, what was it? Was it last week before last?
For the fundraiser?
Was it week before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool experience. It was almost like a festival held to support a festival, and that's what
it was like a super fast. It was a speed
so cool.
festival.
No, had you done a festival that was kind of like that before?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's a little bit different than any other festival, and I'm sure Vibe would be the same way. It's just like it's more of a collaboration. It's structured, but to the point that you got people collaborating with each other on the spot, like, hey, let me join in on congas.
Yeah.
Or, let me stand in on bass or something. So it's weird to see the atmosphere change when somebody comes up there and you're playing with them and they've never had like congas like Anthony plays behind their music.
Right,
You
right.
see the energy just spew out of somebody just saying, this is so cool. I
You
wish
just
we
see
had
the light in their
'cause
eyes.
Yeah, I seen one person got off stage and said, I wish we could do that every show, you know.
That's so cool.
You know,
Yeah.
you just see the energy spew out from the artist, and then it goes out to the crowd as well. You know,
Because
It
they
just
they
keeps
can
going.
they can feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that's
pretty
so
cool.
awesome.
It was a pretty special night.
It
we
was.
got. I keep thinking about that picture that we got of all of us.
Yeah, that was cool.
How many people were in that picture? I did see the picture, but
Oh,
it was,
I never even counted. It
I
was
didn't
over
either.
20.
I was going
Yeah,
to say,
it
well,
was.
I did
But it
count.
was-
It,
yeah.
it,
Fitting
wasn't the
everybody in.
20s.
It was a lot of the artists that are playing, but it was cool because you know there were some like Richard Phillips and Bill Smith and them. You know, they do sort of like a bluesy sort of, you know.
Yeah.
And then I would get in and play congas, and it,
Right.
you know, it does kind of make it, I don't know, funky or something, you know. But like you had like some bluegrassy feel mixing in with some alternative feel. We had hip hop mixing with like, southern rock. You
Wow.
know. It was like there was a
A
lot
mishmash,
of there was
like
a
a-
lot of genres that were all colliding, and then we were all hugging afterwards and like taking photos and like. And now, like, everybody's friends. Like, I see them, you know, all this cross promoting going
Yeah.
on between all the bands and people that are playing.
That's really
Not
cool.
everybody can make it, obviously, and they
Right.
had reasons they were working and things like that. But they were there in spirit, and
Right.
yeah, like I don't know I don't know. You know, maybe I think we're going to try and do that every year. I think there's going to be a fundraiser prior to the festival every year now. But I was fortunate enough. I haven't listened to it all, but I did record the entire show.
Did you?
Yeah, I got
Ti-
the audio of it.
what, 10 hours?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got. No, it was.
12, because you went
Yeah,
to midnight.
12. Yeah, I went to midnight.
How did what did you record that with to have 12 hours of?
I have a Tascam DR40.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what that is. Like you
yeah.
see it. It's with me every show.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. I was
And
going to
it's
say
just
that.
it just has an SD card. All
Right.
the info goes there,
Okay.
and then you can dump it into Pro Tools or whatever. You know.
Okay.
It was cool.
Very cool.
But that's August 25th and 26th, and the raffle's going on currently. I think it's going to go on all month. So, obviously until the show. But you know, beyond that, please go support the Blue Highway Fest as well.
Yeah, please do.
You know, I think we're going to have a bright future with those two festivals together. I'm not sure what the future looks like, but I know that I want to be involved with them as much as they want to be involved with us. So
Yeah. Very cool.
yeah, pretty honored for sure for that. So thanks a lot, Big Stone Gap, CAD, Tourism, Good Times, Blue Highway. You know, wow,
Yeah.
just wild.
Well,
Sorry.
So you want to play another tune for us tonight?
yeah, I kid.
And then I've got a couple of
Okay, cool.
random questions that I'm going to ask you
All
all.
right.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
What do you think? What's in?
Yeah, give us a little quickie. Oh gosh, that's on the spot. One of my favorite. I don't know. Bertha's one of my favorites.
Oh, you
but-
would do Bertha?
Yeah. But you don't have to
Sorry,
do that.
sorry, Ashton, if you're out there listening. That's my wife. It's, you know, my papa had that song about his wife. And
Right.
So Ashton, my wife, wanted me to write her song, and it went south pretty quick. So
Uh-oh.
talk about loving your cousins a little bit too much. Well, I've been all around the world. I've seen all 48 states. But Bertha, your loving takes a cake. With a grin like a possum and skin like a snake. Baby beauty, it's more than my heart can take. So love me, sweet Bertha, to the end of time. Now we might be first cousins, baby, but everything is fine. Like shine gets better all the time, time. Like shine gets better all the time. Now with grass-stained feet and a beer in your hand, you're a hell of a woman, Bertha, but you're stronger than a man. And I feel so safe in your big arms. You know my Bertha, she gonna keep me from harm. So love me, sweet Bertha, to the end of time. Now your dad might be my uncle, baby, but everything is fine. Like shine gets better all the time, time, time. Like shine gets better all the time. You know I dreamed last night we bought a new single wide. A quarter of an acre Bertha, it was just yours and mine. And I felt like a king when you carried me through that door. You know my Bertha, she gonna be my Cherie more. So love me, sweet Bertha, to the end of time. Now we might be first cousins, baby, but everything is fine. Like shine gets better all the time, time, time. Like shine gets better all the time. Yes, it does.
That's awesome. Love it.
Thank you very much for coming on and sharing some.
Yeah,
some
Brandon
of your-
Maggard, y'all.
Thank you guys for having me. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Real fun.
Be sure to check out Brandon wherever you can. He's playing August 11th in Pennington Gap for the Haley Poor Cruise and Benefit. He does August 18th karaoke at Good Times with CTM Productions. Yeah. So
Very cool.
and of course he's playing a vibe.
yes.
Yeah, and you'll see him running around crazy, doing
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
A master of all trades.
yeah. Usually if he's running somewhere, I'm going the opposite
Right,
way.
right.
Like we're just passing each other, and we just say, "You good? You good? All right, I'm
Okay.
good. Let's go."
But we work well together. So.
Oh yeah, for
So-
sure. Very grateful for your friendship, for sure.
So I've got a couple silly questions
Let's
for you
do
all.
it. Let's do it. Silly time. I love it.
All right, Anthony Wayne.
Yes, present.
Lyrics or the beat? Do you prefer lyrics
Oh,
or the
gosh.
beat?
I can only choose one.
Only one. Lyrics or beat.
Oh man, why you gotta do this? I don't know. I love a good. I love groove. I love a good rhythm. I'm a drummer.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta go groove.
All right. Brandon.
I'm gonna say lyrics for me.
Lyrics. Okay. All right.
Adam.
I would say lyrics.
All right.
I think I would say lyrics.
Well, we're gonna be in a good band then.
Yes. Yes.
I'll lay it down. You guys write it.
Yeah. Just write it out.
Right on.
Okay. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Okay. Brandon.
I'm gonna say sunset. There's a lot more fun happens at night.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to say sunset as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to because Anthony's the early bird.
Yeah, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
There's stuff to do. I gotta go.
True. He's a man that has things to do.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony Wayne.
Yes.
Up or down?
In
Up
general.
or down?
Oh gosh. Up. What's
Okay.
up, dog?
Brandon.
I'm gonna say up as well.
Okay, I'll say up.
Yeah.
You know, up and at 'em. Get up.
Ah, I love it. Okay.
Okay. Now the last question:
All right.
Mohawk or flat top?
Mohawk.
I'm gonna say flat top because I got a weird shaped head. If I
Oh, is this what we would have on ourselves?
However you want to think.
All right.
loose interpretation.
I want to say Mohawk because there's
Yeah.
some pretty cool Mohawks that I've seen.
I've seen a couple of good ones.
Yeah.
You would look great with a
Yeah,
mohawk.
you think? Well, Tyler Payne was in a couple
Tyler
weeks
Payne,
back,
yeah.
and he has a cool Mohawk.
He's got the movie coming out.
Yes.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, that'll be coming
Can
out.
we talk about that next week?
We will.
Yeah, let's cover that.
Yeah, we'll get him back on the show as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So-
And I do want to see it. I want to do the. I think he's got like a VIP option where
He
you can,
does.
I want to see. I want to do the thing afterwards where we get to hear him talk about it.
Now he did have it played over at the Frankenfest in Knoxville,
Knoxville? Cool.
and it won Best Gore.
Man,
Best
that's
gore.
awesome! Congratulations.
Yeah, and he won.
didn't know
I'm
that.
not sure if he's received it yet, but the
got a-
trophy was a VHS cassette in the I guess it says like Best
Yeah.
Gore, whatever it is. but it's a VHS.
Man,
so
congratulations, Tyler. That's awesome.
I was like, that is a cool prize to have.
How fun.
So that is a cool prize. So you want to give out the plugs one last time?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You can go to the Other People Show on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify. What about yourself, Anthony?
awvibe.com. That's going to get you everything you need to know. What about you, Brandon?
Just look me up on Facebook, Brandon Maggard Music page, and you'll find me there.
Or
you,
stream the new single.
Yeah, it's on. You said it's on what? Spotify?
It's on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you stream. Or
7
download.
Red Lights, Brandon Maggard.
Yeah, so please check that out. Brandon, thank you for coming
Yeah,
on to the
thanks
show.
so
Yeah,
much, man.
much for having me.
Oh, man. Great tunes.
That's Anthony.
Hey, that's Adam over there.
And we got Brandon here also.
Yep.
You all have a good night.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.